go. Tony D back with the mega micro review session. Love it. The Marvel pile was low this week, so I put some indies in the Marvel pile, even it out. They all work well together. I love all comics and should be a good show. My indie pile is massive. I'm buying more indies than anything right now, which I totally love. So we have Predator, Black, White, and Blood. I don't know, man, like Bloodwood is pretty cool. It's one of those anthology books, and they do a decent job. Artwork, it holds up. Storytelling, some of these anthology books, they're real, I don't know, they just don't have enough room, I think, it's tough to get a short story out, but that's when you see who separates the good storytellers. But this story right here was interesting with this character. We'll see where that goes. There should be more of that. But she is like, I think she's on their turf. And she shows that she's more than worthy. So this one is interesting. If you're a hardcore Predator fan, I would buy this. Yeah, she's like a cyborg. Not a whole lot of development there. We'll see where it goes. I'll buy the next one for sure. I totally dig that cover. I believe that's Cocoa, but yeah, that's great. But yeah, this is a self-contained story. I don't want to get too much into reviewing the separate stories, but there's actually 3 in here. I mean, if I was to give it a grade, it'd be a C+. But I am a hardcore Predator fan. Always love the Predator stories. So that's why I'm getting it. And I feel some of these Black, White, and Blood or whatever they're doing, I think they kind of skimp a little bit, just trying to get some more money out of us. But man, we'll leave it at that. Ultimate Spider-Man, one of the top books, issue 20. Now, I will say this with Ultimate Spider-Man, this is one of those, the micro review part of it, it's more of their relationship building, and they do that a lot in this book. And I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like that. I need some more action. Like my nephew says, I need more fighting. But maybe it's necessary. Sometimes I think I get a little too critical of things like that, but especially after we get the reveal of the Ultimate Venom, that was fantastic. Totally like over the top. And then we get into this where it's a lot of talking and I don't know, dude, there's just no action. So really it's MJ wants to know the truth of everything and they get into that. And it's, Peter Parker's son, more relationship building with, Ben Parker, but that's it, man. There's not much to review. I mean, we went from Ultimate Venom to, hey, I want to talk. I want to know the truth. It's like, I don't know. It doesn't resonate with me, but I don't know how many issues are going to go, but this isn't going to last forever. But I'm glad I have it. I want the whole run. So your boy will keep going. Avengers 29. I'm a pretty steady Avengers buyer. Jed MacKay, good writer. The artist, Farid Karami, I don't know, man. It's a mixed bag right now. They just got done fighting the Masters of Evil, which was okay. Nothing earth-shattering, but when this run started off, it had a lot of potential where Kang shows up and says, hey, you're going to have to go through all this stuff. And this issue defines more of that. And to me, it was really a letdown where some of that stuff he talked about, they don't have to do. So it's kind of like, man, I feel kind of like that they're just cutting some stuff out just to be cutting it out. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? R.I.P. Peter David. That dude had a lot of good stuff. It doesn't feel like it's part of the plan, is what I'm saying. And this issue just really gets into that, where Myrddin, a huge antagonist, is pretty much just gets rid of his team. He has his own Avengers, and he pretty much just shits on them, man. Like, just hands them over to the game master. Like, I don't know, man. The whole cosmic stuff, not a massive fan of it. I take some of it in bits and pieces, but yeah, he totally, like, he just gives he get big spoiler, man. He gives them to, I'll get to that. He gives his team to the game master. I think I'm saying it right. And I mean, he just killed all of them, just wipes them out. And I was like, wow, that's kind of, it feels like that wasn't part of the plan. Now they are finding out, this is the one twist that's going to keep me coming back, is they're saying Reed Richards is a part of solving the disasters in the future because he causes them. So we have a space-time continuum issue going on, which I like. I like stuff like that. So, a little disappointed. I feel like there's things that are going on that weren't planned, and it's like they're totally switching the plot midstream. I could be wrong. We'll see. I'll keep going. I'll let you know. X-Men. Totally dig Stegman's artwork. His covers are good. So this issue, McKay's doing good writing. They end up fighting, I forget the name of them. It's Fitzroy's little gang of cronies. They're not too bad. They owe him some payback. Totally love that shot of Magic. It's pretty cool. You're getting more development from this character right here. They're developing her very well. They even give you, the Sugar Man's in it. This dude's totally evil. When I saw that, I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, they're kicking it up a notch. Like, what's his face? Bam! So Sugar Man actually initiates this battle. And you get a battle, man. You get fighting, so it's all good. Like, you get to see some more power flexing, more definition of what some of these characters can do, which is cool. And really, this character right here, she's starting to be more of an integral part of the team. She's not just a bird, but she morphs into, that's great artwork. This guy's pretty cool too with his sphere. It makes you sick. But like I said, yeah, they're defining that stuff more, but she turns into like really cool panel work where you get a close up and then the eye opens up. And she turns into another type of animal. So that's cool. I didn't know that was part of her power set, but yeah, X-Men, that's pretty brutal. X-Men, this book is my favorite X title right now. And the Sugar Man, he's totally nasty. You're left with more of a mystery, which is cool. The Spire Vial. I know nothing of that. If you know something, hook your boy up, man. Let me know. I'll research it, but interaction with the community, comic community, is so much fun. When I go to the comic shop, I love talking to other people. I always like to hear what they're into. I make it about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to learn. We will kick off the Incredible Hulk. This one's another one of those where, like, if I had like a chopping block, this one would be close. But Johnson's a good writer, which totally, I don't know, man. I wish Nick Klein was doing the interiors. He's not doing them now. Gorham, the person doing them now, it's not bad. It's good artwork. But it's not the artwork. It's just where the story is not going. It's like the setup was there in the very beginning, and it's like in slow motion, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But as far as a review, you could jump in anywhere with the Incredible Hulk right now. It's so slow you can do that, is my point. The artwork right now is good. If you can get the Nick Klein ones where he does the interior art, yeah, they're really good. And there's an issue, I'll throw it up, where Travel Foreman is a guest artist. It's great artwork. I'll hook you up with that. As far as a review, this is really, I mean, it's just more of the same that we've been getting. Just not much of development. And I want it. See, there you go. Whenever I start wanting to like it, it's when it's almost time. See, that's a good shot. That's good artwork. Giving y'all the deets. So we get Brother Voodoo is in the fray now, and it's like, there you go. Like, I mean, we're getting Doctor Strange, Clea Strange, like Bucky, Winter Soldier. We're getting all these cameos, but it's like nothing's going on. I could be wrong. Really, I'm at a point with this book where I just want the whole series. It's my completist mode is turned on, and that's where I'm at, if that makes sense. But from the indie pile, I threw in some Stormwatch. I'm totally into collecting these. Warren Ellis is a great writer. Jim Lee did some covers. We'll get to those. Ronnie did the interior, and he did this cover, and they're really good. Now, these right here are all self-contained, and I'm fixing to show you. You can buy these standalone. They're stories that highlight one of the characters. See, the artwork is on point. And this one's Jenny Sparks. So I won't get into a review mode, but it is self-contained, very affordable, these earlier issues. I would recommend, if you want to taste something different, get into it. And when the Authority movie comes out, you'll see these type of books shooting up in value, because Stormwatch, there's actually a book before Stormwatch that I believe morphed into Stormwatch, and then Stormwatch morphed into the Authority, where when that movie comes out, like right now, price fluctuations up. I'll get to that. But issue 42, another self-contained. This one's actually a great story with highlighting that character, where a lot of emotion. And oh yeah, this is a great story. Ellis nails it. You have a disaster, an airplane disaster caused by, I don't even know if you can say it, man, but evil people doing evil things. And this guy right here, he's the weatherman. I think that's so cool. And he is so cold and calculated, where to get retribution for what happened, he sends in a couple of Stormwatch people on the team to exact revenge. And the evil people, oft in the beginning, he tells his team, I want you to take out that many people, no more, no less. It was like really cold and calculated, but it's a great story. And it's really, you delve into the humanity of the Japanese character, this character right here. And Warren Ellis does a fantastic job with the introspection that character goes through in this issue. So I'll leave the review at that. Stormwatch, interesting characters. Like, I never got into this back in the day. But you know what? I'm into it now, and that's what matters. You can always check it out. Like I said, these are pretty affordable. You're not going to break the bank. Number 40, a Jim Lee cover. He did a lot of covers, and this one's cool. I believe this is Jim Lee. No, I'm wrong. Elliot. Whoever that is, that's a great cover. Elliot, yeah. This is another self-containment. Oh, I'm going to correct myself. This is the issue where the weatherman does what I was telling you previously. Man, that's great artwork. So, self-contained. For a self-contained issue, yeah, here you go, where the weatherman talks to this guy. He's pretty evil. And the weatherman is just really doesn't lose his cool. He's just like, all right, dude. Sends in his team. I want this many people gone, no more, no less. And that's what you get. So you get a really good, if you really want to get into the definition of what Stormwatch is as a team, this is the issue right here, I would say. I'm almost out of E. Gerber's. Your boy has to quit slacking. 43. This is an interesting issue, and I'll tell you why. Hawksmoor is a great character. As far as like a power set, like his power is interfacing with cities. And aliens kidnapped him when he was younger and modified him. It is a crazy origin. But in this one, I've heard stories where how should I say it without being, his private parts are so disfigured, they'll make you throw up if you look at them. And this is actually that issue. They don't show it. I wouldn't show that anyways, but as far as a review, this is a self-contained issue where he's investigating a murder, and it gives you a good picture of how he uses his abilities being tied to a city. So you're a good definition of his power set. Yeah, like right here, like I don't know what's up with that, but this is the issue. And I've read that like in Wikipedia stuff, like, this is like that where it's so bad, but this is a great issue to be introduced to Hawksmoor. His feet are so unique, and you'll see what I'm talking about if you get into it. They may show it here, like they have like treads. It's like a signature design. Yeah, and he's always barefoot so he can stay connected with the city. Surely they show it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, like check it out. Like I've always been fascinated by that design, but that's another good example of the creation of a unique character. That's what it's all about for me, man. I want to see some new characters. I just don't want characters just modified a little bit, but I don't know, man. We'll go from there. Oh, man. I'll give you this niblet first. I bought the first issue. I think it was like $8. Something like that. It's totally worth it. Jim Lee cover, 1992. Great time for comics. Matt at the comic shop knows what I'm talking about. And that's where I got these two as well. Speeding Bullet Comics, shout out to them. Fantastic job, folks. So, and the artwork is really good too. I don't think Jim Lee did the interiors. I believe that is, yeah, Trevor Scott. Good artwork. So it's just, it's an introduction to this team. It's a good introduction. It's full of excitement, action, and great artwork. It's what I would expect from a first issue. Totally has that 90s flavor with the crosshatch. Oh man, the 90s were so cool. It's great to have this in the collection. And I'm telling you, when that Authority movie comes out, like if you're a speculator and into stuff like that, you need to start buying Authority right now. Like the first issue, I think is like $50 for it. I don't know if it's very fine, but it's like, it's going up. Especially with the introduction of the engineer in the Superman movie, like her first appearance, it's expensive. But for me, as characters goes, I like Hawksmoor. Now, this issue right here is where Mark Millar took over writing duties and Frank Quitely doing the pencils. And this has a panel in here that made my jaw drop. I call it a potty mouth panel. Because you'll say a dirty word when you look at it, like, oh my, beep. Look at that. Look at how he makes this thing look so crazy large with the perspective. And if you know Quitely, he's a fantastic artist, but this right here, my jaw dropped, and that's when I came up with potty mouth panels. If you have a potty mouth panel, share it with me. It's not always about the cover. It could be about that panel that you, or splash page that you hit. Like, that's actually something we need to start doing, is like throwing up panels that we enjoy. So this gives you, it's a great kickoff to a new story arc. And you have, it's really a setup, and then you have some new villains being introduced. Like, that's what I mean, man. Quietly, like, oh, he's so good. Mark Millar's a great writer. So it's really a setup for, you have the doctor with a child. So we don't know who the child is, but it's important. And I'm sure the next issue we'll get into that. But yeah, I'll totally buy the next issue. So yeah, like, check it out. Here's another potty mouth panel right there. Yeah, totally glad I bought this. This, gosh, as far as price goes, maybe it was 12 bucks, 15 bucks. I don't know. I'll throw it up. It's not important. But when you get into the first issue of Authority, it's running 50. So if you're a speculator, you better get your Authority stuff now. Because once that movie hits, it's all over with. So yeah, Marvel Power was light, but we got a surprise visit from Stormwatch and Authority. So get that.